Hello and welcome. My name is Laura Malazzo. I am a local OSET evaluator at Ohio University's Voinovich School of Leadership and Public Affairs. I will be facilitating today's on-demand webinar. Prior to watching this video, you are encouraged to print a copy of the Media Campaign Tracking Form. There are 3 objectives for this webinar. First, I will be discussing the formative evaluation tool that you will use for reporting on your PFS-funded and EBP-approved media campaign. Second, I will be reviewing the types of questions that are included in the tracking tool. Third, I will be discussing tips and hints about reporting information on the tracking tool. For the environmental strategy of media campaigns, there is one form to complete, and it is due 30 days after you finish implementation of your strategy, or by August 15th, whichever occurs first. Please contact your local OSET evaluator to discuss how to report your information if your campaign will still be running after August 15th. At the top of the form, you will complete some basic project information and media campaign questions. The media campaign reporting form has several categories of questions which I will be reviewing in the next few slides. These include background information, major media outlets, social media outlets, special events, meetings, and activities, and print materials. It is important to remember that a comprehensive formative evaluation strategy would look at all of your media campaign efforts regardless of funding source. However, it is important in this reporting tool to only report on SPF-PFS funded activities. If another organization has funded an element of your campaign, that's great. You should definitely collect and monitor those efforts as part of your overall evaluation strategy. For SAMHSA's purposes, they only want you to report the activities on this tool that are being funded with your PFS initiative. In addition, please make sure that you only report strategies and activities that have been included on your strategic plan map, strategy proposal form, and have been approved by the state's EBP work group. After answering the project information questions, you will see 4 background questions. For questions 3 and 4 specifically, you will want to reference your strategic plan map to ensure that your responses here align with what you stated there. The next set of questions on the form ask about 5 types of major media outlets. These include television ads, radio ads, newspaper ads, movie theater ads, billboard and event signage ads. If you did not use one of these outlets, then simply mark no and move to the next outlet. You are encouraged to work with your advertising company to pull the information requested for each outlet, which include various duration and reach questions. As a reminder, you will only want to report activities you implemented with PFS funding. With social media outlets, many times a coalition will already be using some or all of these for a variety of promotional purposes. However, with the formative evaluation tool, the intent is to capture only the social media efforts utilized for your EBP-approved media campaign and with your PFS funding. Social media outlets include a website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. The questions on the form ask about visitors, friends, and followers, along with basic engagement questions such as likes, shares, and retweets, and the average time spent in each social media outlet during the campaign period. You will again want to work with your social media vendor and/or advertising agency to help you gather this information. It is important to note that more elaborate metrics might be available and should be monitored as part of a comprehensive evaluation strategy. As a final reminder, you do not want to report on all of your promotional work and efforts that you have employed via social media. Rather, only report where you have EBP approval and used SPF-PFS funding to implement your media campaign. The next set of questions asks about special events, special meetings, and special activities. You only want to report on these types of activities if they are part of your EBP-approved media campaign and you have used PFS funding to carry them out. Please do not include regularly scheduled coalition meetings, special planning meetings for the coalition, or other regularly scheduled or routine activities and events. On the form, the first set of questions asks whether or not you hosted any of these three types of events, meetings, and activities. If you have, then report the number of each, along with the number of participants. The second set of questions on the form ask about any email or text messaging blasts that you made as part of your EBP-approved media campaign. With print materials, you will want to track and report the number and various items that you distribute. Again, you should only be reporting on EBP-approved items and ones where you used PFS funding to cover the costs. You will want to report the number of various items distributed, including posters, brochures and pamphlets, any direct mail, such as postcards, flyers, promotional items such as swag, and pledges. The number should reflect the total number of items that you distribute throughout the entire campaign. You may want to set up a tracking tool to help you monitor and keep track of the numbers as you are distributing them to help simplify reporting at the end. If there are any other PFS-funded media activities that you did not report elsewhere, there is a final question on the form where you may include a narrative description about them. This slide shows the link to the SPF-PFS website with the formative evaluation tools and resources, along with my email address. Please feel free to reach out to me or your local OSET evaluator or your OCAM coach if you have any questions or need support. This concludes this on-demand webinar. Thank you for listening.